Hello everyone, good evening and welcome back to ABS Racing League Season 6. We are here for the 8th round of the Tier 1 season here at the legendary Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. An iconic circuit that can almost be treated a bit like Marmite. You either love it or you don't on this year's F1 game. And, well, we've got a full grid of full-time drivers. This should be absolutely brilliant. And talking you lovely lot, through this race alongside myself, Joseph, is Alfie. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello. I'm alright.
I didn't know what I was going to say.
You could have said, speaking of brilliance, I'm joined by the absolutely fantastic Alfie. Don't worry,
that's better.
I only take a little bit of offence, don't you worry.
Oh, I'm sorry. But yes, we actually started early this evening, so although the stream is about 10 minutes late...
we had a couple of issues with invites, didn't we?
Yes, that is right. But we're in now, and we're already halfway through the session, but we haven't missed a lot. You can see the current order. That's about as of one lap set in this session by all the drivers. So yeah, this could be really fascinating today. A full grid of full-time drivers. You can't really get much better than that in terms of leagues. So this should be really good as well. Championship as well is looking really, really close. And I must also add as well, AMS Fairley has now landed himself a full-time drive at Red Bull. So last week's race winner has got himself a full-time seat for Red Bull. And, well, you know, what's crazy is he's already in this championship fight. His win last week takes him up to P5 in the championship, just 27 points off the lead. And the thing is about this long season, you can join halfway through and still, anyone is still within a shout of this. It's crazy.
Yeah, sure is. Obviously, I myself am still relatively new to the league. But it is very nice to see, and to be quite a breath of fresh air to just see such competitiveness and just pure pace, you know, from P10 to P1. It's great to see, because there will always be a battle happening. As I am... Wait, who? Oh, I just missed out. I think somebody was about to go on a lap, and oh, no. It was Combat spun. That's it.
Yeah, we had Jarv going around as well a couple of times there, which was on my shot, but like you said, I took over as this commentary duty from France, right? And I didn't know what to expect, and I still don't know what to expect, because since then, and even before that, the last 6 races have all had a different race winner. You know, I say this every time, if you're unaware, FRA LMG won the first 2 races of the season, quit after France, due to ongoing wheel issues, etc. There's probably more reasons behind it as well, but he did quit his stat padding, and well, that eliminated him. But he's still only 16 points off the championship lead, and he hasn't raced 3 rounds since, so he could jump back in and really just go and dominate the championship again. You never know, but this is what the championship's looking like at the moment. The 2 Haas drivers are 1 and 2 with Bellera Fox. There we go. P1 on 66 points. He's yet to finish higher than 3rd place this season. He did not score any points in Hungary, and that was the first time all season he had not scored any points in a race. P2 is PSR Mac, who jumped in Austria. He won his debut race, finished P2 at Great Britain, and finished P6 at Hungary, which means he's on 51 points, just 15 points off the championship lead, and 14 points off the championship lead in P2. FH, P3 at the moment. It's been a bit of a rough ride for him. He just hasn't quite found the consistency, and that is something he needs to work on a little bit. He just needs to get that luck. He just needs to get that string of results, and he's certainly going to be in with a shout at this championship. As with everyone, AMS Fairley P5, like I mentioned earlier. It's absolutely crazy just looking down at the championship. I mean, I've got the top 19 on my screen at the moment, all separated at the moment by 49 points. A win could shoot you really close to the top. It's quite remarkable.
Currently on my screen, I've got Animal Crossing, because the new update's coming out soon, and I completely forgot, so I've just quickly switched it on to see if everything's alright. By the looks of it, it is.
It was
Even
Pokemon
avid
Go at
animal.
Silverstone.
And
Now
now
it's
it's
Animal Crossing.
Hey,
I
don't,
like it. I
don't,
rate it.
don't hate it, man. Yeah.
I'm not hating. You can do whatever you want.
To be honest, it's great to kill, like, I don't know, an hour, like, a day. But yeah, like I said, I've literally just switched on. By the looks of it, everything's alright. The new update's coming out soon, so I'm making sure everything's all clean for when more characters and whatnot are introduced. As previously mentioned, however, you said that the track is very Marmite-like. You know, it is very. You either love it or you hate it. What bracket are you in? Are you a fan or are you in hatred of the track?
I don't particularly like it on this year's game. I do like to be a bit of a perfectionist, if you like, in terms of, you know, criticising the track and then, you know, this is not perfect in any way, shape or form. It's inaccurate to real life, but also it's difficult. It is difficult, and oh, there we are. I must interrupt that because Bad F1 opinion, P1 in qualifying with 4 minutes to go in this session. This guy never disappoints. For Aston Martin, it's P7 in the championship. It wasn't to be last week in Hungary, finishing P9 after, yeah, circumstances really hit the fan, but Bad F1 opinion has found a new level of form.
Yeah, fair play to him there. It was quite a hooked up lap. I stayed on board with him through sector 2, and you know, nothing to fault the guy. But going back to what you previously said, I do understand with the you know, being perfection around this track. This year's game, I find that like Spa, Zandvoort, you know, tracks that require a lot of technicality to be a lot more of like a recession, a more of a bore fest than what it was in previous games. I still love it though. I think it just has a massive soft spot in my sort of F1 hierarchy, if you like. And I'd say definitely a top 3 track of all time. However, onto the actual racing at hand, Joran's gone 0.008 slower in Sector 1. He's coming through Sector 2 now. It's looking quick. However, has he improved? That is what we will find out. He's about to come through the second sector mark. Yes, he does. 2.5 tenths. That would be enough to get him onto provisional pole. There's a yellow sector 2. I believe a Alpine has spun round. Either way, currently we are on board with this young man. I'm presuming he's young. For all I know, he could be 80. Coming through the final chicane, the infamous bus stop chicane, down the short little run to the line, and he goes quicker, but only by 8 hundredths. Very close. Very, very close indeed. I don't think Bad F1 Opinions will be attempting another lap, so I think that's definitely set him with the lap at the moment. That will be his final lap. However, FRT and Polo God, they're on out laps. I don't think Polo God actually will have enough time to get to the line. Or if he does, it will be very close. He's got to push though, however, on this lap, and it might ruin his tyres. Yeah, 1 minute 18 left. 1 minute 13.
There might be a timing glitch, so do take that into account, as it can be a bit mixed up from what the drivers see, but
yeah, Bad F1 Opinions just came out.
There we go then. Clearly,
maybe we do have some sort of glitch on our end. Yeah, pretty much the whole grid are on out laps, or they're on laps at the moment. The 2 Haas drivers are currently on laps. However, Mac has just invalidated up, going up Radion, and I got it right because Eau Rouge is a little kink at the bottom. Radion's the right, and he has retired from the session with that invalidation costing him to improve He's got Oscar Mick behind him. There's just a tenth in it, so clearly it will be quite tight. However, Belra Fox, he's still on the lap. He hasn't invalidated it. As he's about to come through the Sector 2 checkboard, he goes 4 tenths up. This is going to put him in the top 3 territory. So this is a very clean lap from the Haas livery car. Coming now.
Or just the Haas.
Yeah, I don't know why I go livery car. I think it's sort of force of habit, I suppose. As he's coming through the bus stop chicane, is he on controller? Fair play to him if he is. Coming to the line, and he goes P3. He misses out on seconds by 15 hundredths. Next to cross the line, however, I can't quite see, is it? I think it's, no, it's not. Who is it?
It's just drivers starting their flying laps. That was PSR Gorgon and Bad F1 Opinion. The checkered flag is now out. And so Joran on provisional pole at the moment with a 1 minute 42.0.
Yeah.
That is the time to beat at the moment. Bad F1 Opinion heading up Radion. Belera Fox, the championship leader, sticking it in a very solid P3 at the moment. FH is invalidated. Big stuff there for him as he sits third place in the championship. As we all know, I think there's a Mercedes next to cross line. It's FRT ACOS crossing the line to finish P7. Alan E crossing the line to finish P8. And then next to cross line, I believe, is
Oscar Mick.
It's TRTC heading into the pit lane. Then of course it's Oscar Mick who has found a fair bit of time. This should shoot him right up the order, especially as it's really close in there.
And he
crossing the line, and it's provisional pole for Oscar Mick. What a lap from him.
The lad. Next though is TRT Evan, and he spun it across the line. Clearly not very happy with how things went. Is it Polo God next, or is it ACOS? It is Polo God. 2 tenths up through Sector 2. Sector 3, where's he going to go? He's going to improve by 1 position, so fair play to the young lad. Fairley is next in the brand new liveried Red Bull. I'm not a huge fan, but P11 just misses out on the top 10. That would be annoying.
Ferrari's up next. 10th up on his lap, he goes P7, and then I believe
Gorgon P12.
Yes, that is right. I was just looking at Bad F1 Opinion, but he'd actually retired on this lap. He was, of course, fastest earlier in the session. It's going to be P3 for him. That is qualifying over with Oscar Mick taking pole position. I believe it was the other way around in terms of AlphaTauri poles last week. They had a great race last week, and Oscar Mick back where he belongs on the podium, P2 last time out. He backs that up again this week, stating his incredible pace with pole position once again. John's Fair P2 for Williams, and then Bad F1 Opinion, Belera Fox, Polo God, Fab Ferrari, FH Jarv, FRT ACOS, Alan E. The top 10, about half a second in that. It's close, as we expected. And still an awful long way to go in the championship. So, you know, every race that goes by means absolutely nothing in terms of how the championship's going to be decided. But, you know, it is an every point counts thing. So we look back at the end of the season and, you know, it could be deciding moments.
So either way, Oscar Mick is on pole. Actually, I'm sort of taking your job here. Do you want to run through, or should I?
Well, I mean, I ran through the top 10, so if you've got any comments about qualifying, you go ahead.
No, I think, you know, what's been said is, you know, it's fact. It's definitely going to be interesting to see how things go coming into the what's it called? The race. That's it. Is it 50%?
50%, 22 laps.
Yeah, I think. Oh, is weather going to be clear?
No idea. Although I haven't heard any talks of rain. I mean, it looks pretty sunny to me there. So I don't think there's going to be any risk of rain. Should be a simple soft, medium to soft, either or. And, well, Oscar Mick, the only driver to get into the 1 minute 41s, only by 0.02 of a second. 22 thousandths of a second he qualified P1 over John Sver. So, I mean, watch all the way up to Lake Om. That's the thing as well. We'll see if anyone commits to making a move with the slipstream. It's always fascinating. Lap 1 at Belgium.
I think
20 seconds to go.
Especially the actual hairpin into turn 1. It's going to be tight. You're going to see, hopefully not airborne cars like there is in real life, or in your front suspension. But I'm sure there will be some form of collision, or something along those lines. As now formation lap has begun. Simple one stop, soft to mediums. Round about lap 8 is when they're going to be boxing. Some people do long it out till about lap 11. I don't see why that's necessary, in my opinion, from driving the track. On not only this year's game, but a couple of previous years' games. I think pitting the lap 8 to lap 9 window is probably the best point to pit. And the majority will go on to the medium. You might see a couple of hard runners in an attempt to try and jump the medium runners by the end of the race, but I don't think it will work. However, pretty much, it's a pretty split grid actually. 11 starting on the softs and 9 on the mediums. So from P1 all the way down to P10, it's softs. Fairley and Gorgon, they are mediums. Mac is on softs, and Ruben down to Heaven is all mediums. So no hard runners. The hards aren't really seen around here. Unless there's like a lap 5 safety car. That's the only real reason I can think of a hards being used.
Even then, I can maybe see mediums being used, I think hards, you're probably pushing it earlier than that. Probably the first few laps, maybe with damage or something. Because other than that, I commentated WR on Wednesday, and, well, I saw undercuts, as early as lap 6 and 7, and they were particularly beneficial, so that's something to keep an eye out on as well. Predictions from Sam Cole. He predicts Venom will bottle, that's Oscar Mick, and Ruben to win. And Ruben, down in P14, is the 3rd place driver that is starting on the medium tyres. Also, another thing as well, PSR Mac a bit out of position again, but, it's not like all of his wins have been all of his wins. I mean, his results so far have been straightforward start from the front. That's really not been the case with him, so let's keep an eye out on him on the soft tyres as well. But here we are, reforming the grid ahead of a 22-lap-long Belgian Grand Prix.
Tony Sun in the chat has just said, no one cares. You have an open, bold night.
He's talking to Sam. I don't know what that means personally as well, but the grid has been reformed. 1 AlphaTauri at the front, one at the back. And the 5 headlights now, come on, ahead of the 20 drivers as we build up to lights out. First gear engaged, here we go. Oh, drive-through penalty for Alan E. Oh, and Oscar Mick gets away incredibly slowly. Oh, it's drama here off the start immediately as Alan E goes up into the lead of the race ahead of John Sphere. And then Bel Fox, what a start from here. Banif, what opinion, being shifted down a place into P4, side by side on the exit between the 2 Irish drivers, Polo God and FH. Polo God getting in front there, but wow. Unbelievable stuff early on, not quite what we expected, but John Sphere may have to just get a move on here, try to get past him straight away, because maybe that could be a big hold up. We'll have to wait and see. We'll see what's going on further back. Again, side by side, and off goes Polo God. He's off into the grass, and he's spun around as well. Early disaster for Polo God.
There might be some rear wing damage there. I think it was quite a hefty hit into the tyre wall. Galoon's going to have to serve that drive-through penalty pretty much as soon as possible. As he now comes through. What's that corner called? I always forget it.
Puon.
Yeah, I thought it was Puon, but I always seem to get my corners mixed up. So I think I don't. To be honest, he's actually pulling away from Joran a bit here. If he's got good pace, there's Akos has retired.
This could be an early safety car.
Oh, he's
It's a
parked it.
virtual
It's
safety
right
car, but
in the
he's
middle
right
of the
in
track.
the middle
Go on board
of
with
this
Gorgon,
track.
and you can see
Yeah.
that's a very awkward position to retire. His teammate will drive past him in just a moment.
If that's only a virtual safety car, I'll be very, very surprised.
Yeah.
But
I don't think. Oh,
seems
Aloon's
like that's
serving
the
the
case.
penalty now.
Oh, he can't. It's virtual safety car. Oh, he's got it so wrong. He's got it so wrong.
He's going to see
Out
the
come
Ferrari,
the Ferrari
pit crew come out. Yeah, they're there. Unless he's got damage,
dear.
he's going to be
I
flipping
doubt
his lid at the
He
moment.
didn't hit anything off the start. Oh, you cannot do that under a virtual safety car. He's going to have to do it again. It's a well-known rule.
Yeah,
I thought.
Polar Gods came in as well.
Still under virtual safety car conditions here. I don't think it'll be long before we go green, but batteries are charged still.
As well.
Both Mercs out on lap 1. That's not something that's been heard since the 2016 Spanish Grand Prix, probably, in any league. Well, it's definitely happened since then in league racing, but not a start Mercedes would have hoped for. Still under virtual safety car conditions, and now we're green again. Finally, we're back racing after almost a full lap under yellow flag conditions. John Spare has the lead of the race. Oscar Mick only P4. So it wasn't a horrendously damaging start. I'm not sure what happened, to be honest. With his start, it may have been a light glitch, may have just been absolutely horrendous reactions. Who knows? But, I think we've got Fab Ferrari around, and a similar... There we go.
Oh, Seed's round as well. I think
TRT Seed.
Has he lost his front wing? By the looks of the onboard, he has. Currently, I'm on board on his Halo.
And TRT, Evan.
Oh, my...
Three spins in just a matter of moments.
Yeah. Gutting. I think he does actually have a front wing, Seed. But, still definitely an annoyance for them. DRS is now enabled as we enter lap 3. I'm not sure if you caught it, but Bad F1 Opinions was absolutely lampooning Bellerofox just through the second sector. So maybe his setup is more catered to the high-speed corners rather than the long straights.
On board now with Bellerofox as he closes in on John Spare. Will he think about it? I think he's just too far back. But he gained a lot, and look at that! John Spare cracks under the pressure, and he's gone. He is around. He's into the wall.
Yeah, he's
as the Williams driver that was leading the race spins out on the inside curb. Turn 5 at Lacombe. Never easy, but he felt the pressure there, and that is just... I don't know what to say about that.
All of that hard work, and now it's just gone. He's got to pit. He's got to pit to change his front wing in just a blink. I'm just getting a little bit too throttle happy. I'm just taking that too much curb. He's gone from the very top to now the very bottom. He's got to pit. He's got to change his front wing. You've got to feel for the lad. You've got to feel for Joran.
Yeah, I do, and sadly, I don't think there's much route back into this race. He's going to have to pit. He's got front wing damage. But that's the harsh nature of Spa.
Yep. Oh wait, hold on. Oscar Mick and Mac here are getting quite close as Mac sets the fastest lap. The top 4 are extremely close. Oscar Mick taking a little bit of a wider line there.
May I add?
Yes.
May I add? Mac started what was it, 13? He's 4th.
Yeah, fair play
in 4 laps. That is ridiculous. That is
utterly
ridiculous
in a great way, of course. There. I think we're about to see Mac go steaming past. But
yeah, we're about to see Bad F1 Opinion going steaming past as well. Look at this, Bad F1 Opinion up into the lead of the race, and PSR Mac does take P3. I'm sorry to interrupt, that of yours, but obviously the race lead as well. Red Bull's swapping positions as well. MS Fairley, who gets loose off the exit of the corner, just now holding up Rupert Adams, who he just overtook. Mr. Boker got close there as well. It's a rather large train from AMS Fairley on back, last week's race winner. Not having an easy time at the moment, although he is P7. ABS Jarve getting the first track limits penalty of the evening.
Well, at least we have now a moment to relax as well. Very exciting 3 laps. 3.5 laps. Oscar Mick's round!
Oh, it's
the
not.
pole sitter's round. He's lost his front wing.
He's lost his front wing indeed.
Nobody wants to be leading this race. Oh, it's like Monaco 1982. Nobody wants to win this race. I know it's early doors, but just it seems like any form of front runner is losing the front. Or no, losing the rear, sorry. And just going round.
Oscar Mick, one of many spinners so far in just the 5 laps we've had. Well, we've just completed 4 laps. Now we're on to lap 5 with Bad F1 Opinion in the lead of the race. Sam Cole did call it. To be fair, there's a yellow flag in sectors 2 and 3, and I think that is for Joran, who is having a really hard time now down in P17. His 1 lap pace was there today, but his racecraft not so much. That is a crash on track, I do believe, from Alan E.
Oh, he's DNF'd.
As indeed. Again, safety car being on reduced. I remembered that this time. I'll be honest, I don't think that was a setting I had on previously. I now remembered to put it on reduced, but well, that's not going to cause anything.
Ruben Adam. Oh, he's just lost the position. I thought he spun there.
Yeah, battling further back still. Mr. Boker now to P7, splitting the 2 Red Bulls in his Alpine. Haas 2-3 at the moment. It's actually very, very close now between the 2 Hasses. And look at this. PSR Mac is going to want to get past his teammate here. Haas at the moment who's at P2 in the championship and rapidly gaining on Aston Martin. There's an Aston Martin in the lead of the race. This is not only a fascinating Drivers' Championship battle, we've got to think about the constructors as well. Actually, the constructors not updated, in fact, from Hungary, so I won't rely on that too much, but still the context remains the same. An interesting Aston Martin Haas battle now. TRT Seed, the other Aston Martin down in P12 at the moment, and now look at this, just 7 tenths separate the top 3 here on lap 6 as in towards Eau Rouge and Radio they go, climbing up the steep hill.
Max got a much better run than his teammate
If anything, it's going to be the Hasses that go side by side here as look at this Mac pushing, bump drafting, NASCAR style on his teammate. I don't think Valera Fox would have been too happy with that, unless it was consensual, of course. But, I mean, that could have ended badly. Could have just pushed him. Oh! And look at this! Look at this into Bruxelles, and now to No Name Corner. That could have ended in tears.
Very
into
easily.
Pouon. Well. They've got to be careful as wide goes Bad F1 Opinion. Fortunately, he didn't lose it completely, but he's shaved about 5 tenths off his 7-tenth advantage. PSR Gorgon is around at Bruxelles Corner. Now onto Stavelo or Paul Frere, whatever you want to call it. There's about 30 different corner names or something. That's not true in the slightest. I never state real facts on this on this broadcast, but here we go again. Will PSR Mac look for a way through? Valera Fox as well, closing in rapidly here. There's the slipstream effect really benefiting. And it does look like the Hasses are getting a bit too close for comfort.
Are they communicating with each other? I
don't know.
I'm gonna say probably communication is the best thing to be doing at the moment, lads.
Here we go. Up to the top of Radion again. Will Balera Fox go for it this time as the DRS will open now? The rear wing flap open, and this looks to be it. And look at Mack as well. Will he make it 3 wide? Oh yes, he will. It's 3 wide now, side by side between the two Hasses. And look at that, Mack from P3 up to P1. Perfect.
Wow, that was too close to call there. But Bad F1 Opinions has literally gone from P1 now down to P3. Belera Fox, he's not gained or lost anything. But Mack is the real winner here, gaining, how many positions? 12 positions in this race? Goodness gracious me.
How he's done that. In 7 laps, he's taken the lead of the race. That is absolutely phenomenal. That reminds me of almost Max Verstappen-style progress from the 2018 Russian Grand Prix when that was heavily praised. Back then, FRT Heaven has spun around at P1 as well. He's on the medium tyres. He's going to suffer a lot from that. Obviously, it's a spin, but look at this. PSR Mack has gone. 1.1 seconds now in the lead. It's no longer a fight for the lead. It's a fight for P2 between Bad F1 Opinion and Balera Fox. PSR Mack, who's 14 points behind his teammate in the championship. He's only done 3 races, may I add. And today he could be on the verge of taking the championship leaders. Into the pits goes the championship leader, Balera Fox. He is going for the lap 7 pit stop, the lap 7 sort of undercut that I was mentioning earlier in the stream.
Wow.
It's going to be for the medium tyres.
Yeah, I think it's probably the right call to do.
FH! FH! Safety car!
That's worked into Belera Fox's hands beautifully.
Or has? Yes, it has. Or has it?
Surely it has. Surely it has.
I don't know. He's not that far off the lead. I don't know. I don't think so.
The safety car came out as he went into the pit box. So, yeah.
We'll see.
And because Haas are right at the end of the pit straight.
FH, third place man in the championship, who just needed a big scoring race today. He's not scored a podium since France.
It'll be interesting.
He's a championship contender.
Oh yeah, they're not behind the safety car, so I think
yes,
Belera Fox here is sort of screwed. No easy way of putting it. He is definitely screwed here.
Well, if all the medium runners stay out, and assuming they do, because they won't want to go on softs from here, they'll just want to take sort of their normal strategy. But yeah, he's gonna be stiff down in what, P8. But I suppose the thing is, if the medium runners stay out and Mack and Bad F1 Opinion inevitably pit here, they're in amongst the traffic as well. So let's see what happens here. Into the pits comes race leader PSR Mack. And into the pits comes Bad F1 Opinion.
How many medium runners will come in? So Fairley is. Boca is.
Ruben.
The majority are. The thing is that you're going to have to go on hards, and that's just going to be uncompetitive. So this is a gamble.
Immortal stayed out here. Balera Fox blasting down the pit straight. Is going to be
ahead of Bad? No, he's not.
Okay, so he's still net P3. He hasn't lost anything, but ideally he was making an undercut.
He's lost the position to Bad F1 Opinion. Because it was Matt.
Oh yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yes. My bad. But now behind the safety car, lap 9 of 22, onto the hard tyres. Go those who are on the mediums. Mr. Boca sitting pretty sweetly in P6 at the moment. AMS Fairley and V2 Combat both went for soft tyres. I don't think they'll last. If they do,
yeah,
fair play.
It's going to be a very, very, very big stretch, though. That's for sure. Oh no! No! There you go. Sorry, I hate to break it to you. I had a quick moment to go on Pokemon Go, and
Oh.
either way, I'll get back to my actual job here. I think it is interesting to see Immortal stay out. So he clearly does not believe that the medium to hard is the way to go. So he's going to have to do medium to soft, or if he wants to get disqualified, medium. You know, it is up to him.
If he wants to get disqualified. Yeah, because every driver goes into a race thinking, I
really
want
to
to get
finish
disqualified
this
today.
under a black flag.
JB13 Immortal takes the black flag and wins the Belgian Grand Prix.
That'd be
saying
an odd way to finish a race. Just everybody getting black flagged. Well,
Oh,
actually,
that reminds me of... Who was it? Lucas de Grassi in Formula E in London.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
that is exactly what that is.
Yeah, I spoke to a marshal who was at the event, and she said that he in no way, shape or form stopped. He just sort of slowed down, made it look like he stopped, and then went again.
There was new footage released after that. Hitting into the pit lane is JB13 Immortal. So he's going to drop right to, what, P15 here.
Gorgon must have came in then. That's the only reason why
Gorgon had a drive-through, I believe. Or he still does, I think, yeah. PSR Gorgon still has a drive-through.
So
a lot of drivers coming in.
Why did he stay out then?
PSR Gorgon.
Oh my god, the medium runners are going from the hards to the mediums.
Ah, there we
go. That's actually genius. Yeah, that's what they've done. They've gone from the hards, they went from the mediums to the hards to now another set of mediums.
There we go. Yeah, that answers that then. Immortal, though, goes for the softs, I may add, and fairly stays out there on the softs as well. Mr. Boca commits to the hard tyres.
Clearly thinking that is the way to go then.
We should be in on this lap. They're very long laps under the safety car at Spa. But ones that we have to put up with.
Yeah. Well, once we get back underway, we've pretty much got half of the not the Grand Prix, sorry, the race to get underway with, which will be great.
Coming up this season next week. Oh no. There's a break. I know there's break week somewhere. Let me have a look.
Not gonna lie, I do hope it's next week because I'll have to sort out my old go-kart.
Yes, two week break after this, sadly.
Why is that then?
I believe it's because of... Well, there's no F1 race next week, is there? But there's certainly clashes in the near future, and yeah. I don't know exactly.
Yeah, we're getting into
2 week
like
break after this.
More eastern part of the season, like Mexico and USA and whatnot. So it does make sense.
Isn't that the West?
Never. Crap. Yeah, it is. My bad.
Yeah, it is. But the safety car is in on this lap. We'll return to racing shortly, and
make sure not to tell my history teacher that I got that wrong, because she'll lose her lid. So I've only just finished the Cold War, so anyway. Speaking of things that are cold, you can see the drivers weaving their tyres, trying to get any form of temperature into it. And Mac's already gone.
Here we go. He's gone
very early.
He's foot to the floor. We're not yet under green flag conditions, so this could catch a few drivers out. We are green once again in Belgium, approaching the halfway point of the race. And look at that.
Gap.
7 tenths indeed, and look further back, the pulsator Oscar Mick starting his recovery charge, overtaking John Spare, who lost it on lap 2, and putting some temperature into his medium tyres as well. Up to the top of Radion we go, and I don't think there's any overtaking PSR Mac here, although Bad F1 Opinion does sit in the slipstream. He's trying to gain, he's using his overtake, but he's really not gaining anything. Bolero Fox just behind as well, looking to restore the the Haas 1-2, as We're almost halfway through here. AMS Fairley, who had a difficult start to the race, has lost 1.5 seconds, although he is on the soft tyres. Ruben Adams there with a 3-second time penalty. And, well, nothing major at the moment, but I think there's some fighting towards the back. Yes, there is. Look at this. Fab Ferrari and TRT Evan into no name. TRT Evan getting the better of the two. And very, yeah, it was good to see fighting. No matter where it is in the field, but that one seems to be disputed. And oh no, it isn't. ABS Jarve in a separate incident has crashed out. Could this be another safety car? It's a virtual safety car. He spun there in qualifying.
This could give Boca a chance to pit. It's the only thing I can really think of that they will benefit with. Well, the only person to benefit from this. Maybe Fairley? No. And he stayed out, so no.
Yeah.
The entirety of the field do decide to stay out.
Unsurprising really, but ABS Jarve becomes DNF number 5. That's 3 DNFs in a row for the Finnish driver. And sadly, it's always a big blow to league racing confidence, DNFing, you know, consecutively.
Yeah, we're still under safety car. It's been about... No, it's not been a full lap yet. But it has certainly been a while.
Yeah, again, another long virtual safety car period. Again, almost a full lap, but we are green once again. And I think that may have caught a few drivers out because Bellerofox actually got a nice run through there, and certainly Bad F1 Opinion closed in on the race leader. Unfortunate timing, I believe, for PSR Mac. It's always a bit of a lottery, virtual safety car restarts. But we're back racing again. Bad F1 Opinion, yeah, it's just slightly out of control there in terms of his.
I think Bellerofox here is going to be sniffing for a move. And he's close,
want to get it done
using
quickly.
Up the ERS. Oh no. I don't see why... Oh.
Mac had a slow run through the bus stop chicane. He does get a nice exit. DRS enabled once again, and PSR Gorgon goes in to serve his drive-through penalty, which he picked up as a result of speeding under safety car. He's had to wait a while before he could serve that, but now he has, and yeah, he drops back far. Needs hope for another safety car here to restore any hope of points in this one as we approach the top of Radion then, and the DRS flap open now once again for Bad F1 Opinion. Here comes Bad F1 Opinion to the inside of PSR Mac. He's going to retake the lead once again. Bad F1 Opinion has got the job done, but Mac is not hanging about. He's going to try and go for it once again. Will Bellerofox think about going around the outside of his teammate? Look at this. Oh, yes he is. Bellerofox going around the outside at Bruxelles. He's going to have to back out of it. Again, the Haas is getting so close, but Bad F1 Opinion taking the lead again.
That was very close. I think Bad F1 Opinion, you know, sort of got the job done. Mac tried to come back, but there was no real opportunity, and Bellerofox just sniffed for that move and sent it like a wily old fox.
Oh, sorry to interrupt. There's a battle between JB13 Immortal and Mr. Boca, as well, wheel banging there between the two momentarily. JB13 Immortal squeezing his way through. He's on the soft tyres now. He does have a penalty to his name, but he's through on the hard runner, and he needs to ideally clear him. But here comes PSR Mac, surely not into the bus stop chicane. Oh, again, it was a bump draft scenario. Bad F1 Opinion runs wide.
Oscar Mix round the outside of Mr. Boca. He's got the move done, I think. No, he doesn't. Mr. Boca's coming back. Bit too close for comfort between those two, as Immortal sets the fastest lap.
does indeed. And he's still under pressure, though, from behind slightly, so it's not all going to be plain sailing from now. But back up to the top of Radion we go. This has been incredible so far between Bad If One Opinion, PSR Mac and Bolero Fox. As here comes PSR Mac again, to the outside this time. And here comes Bolero Fox as well. Both Hasses getting through. This is something of an incredible race so far. And around they go. Both of them have gone. Both of them have gone. They are both around. And can you believe it? The championship leader and one of the chasers as well, Bad If One Opinion, take each other out. Unbelievable.
Oh, yeah, I saw they got a bit too close for comfort there. I look away for 1 second to see how far Matt gets ahead, and they're both round. I think Bad If One Opinions does have front wing damage. He does. Belra Fox, I think he went backwards into the wall.
Oh, I do not believe it! I do not believe it!
No!
PSR Mac has gone as well! Oh, my word.
Oh, I hinted at it earlier. 1982 Monaco, no driver wanted to finish this race, and it's happened again. Nobody wants to lead this. Everybody has crashed out of the front running positions, and the top three are now P12, P13 and P14. Oh my goodness.
Oh my word. And AMS Fairley leads the Belgian Grand Prix. He won last week. Could he be the first back-to-back winner this season since FRA LMG at Bahrain and Spain? But with the way this race is going, I don't think that's even possible. My voice is gone.
I think mine's gone a bit as well. Bad If One Opinion is the only driver who's had to pit. I'm pretty sure Mac got front wing damage. Clearly
Here comes
not.
Oscar Mick. The pole sitter is back up to P2. John Spare, who had a nightmare lap 2, is back up to P4. This has to be one of the most dramatic races I've ever commentated. And it's all kicked off in just the space of seconds. Unbelievable scenes as Bad If One Opinions goes into the pit lane. Once again, we're on lap 15 of 22 and this race is far from over. AMS Fairley, 2.5 seconds in the lead. He needs to hope his soft tyres, which he pit on under the safety car, last until the end of the race. Oscar Mick 2.5 and surely chasing. He's going to have to really push the life out of those medium tyres.
Yeah, well, Fairley, you know, I don't think he was looking to be able to win this race, especially on soft. I think if I was in his position, I'd see how long those softs can last. If he can make them last, you know, the rest of the race, then he's going to be laughing. But I think the tyres are just going to drop off by about lap 17, lap 18, and then he's got to drive around on literally bold, you know, dilapidated tyres. They're 4 laps. He's got to make the most of those tyres for the next 3 laps until they fall off. Because Mick, there's no easy way of putting it, he's going to be sniffing for a win here. With the 2 drivers behind him both having penalties, he's in a very good position.
Yeah, well said. And the battling is far from over in this race as JB13 Immortal under pressure here from Jordan's Fair. He goes to the left-hand side. He takes P3 off JB13 Immortal, and further back as well, Mr. Boca coming at V2 Combat. There was battling just a moment ago towards Blanchimont and Fab Ferrari and FRT Heaven, and there's another spinner in this race. FRT Heaven has gone around. He's off at Lecom, rejoining the track, I think without any wing damage. I'm not sure, I can't see.
I don't think
Never
so.
helps, does it?
Yeah, it's a very awkward camera angle. By the looks of it, I don't think he does. I think it's just, you know...
Yep, there we go.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm still
Don't
in the
think there's something
helicopter
there.
cam. Oh yeah, no, there's nothing there, there's nothing there.
I had the kind of side halo shot, if you know what I mean, but
Yeah.
besides that, Oscar Mick is gaining, and we could have an even more dramatic conclusion if this wasn't dramatic anyway. I think we have Fab Ferrari around. I think he's managed to get it going again, I believe. Back to green flags immediately, and wow, that has taken all of my remaining voice left. I've got no more drink. So I hope for my own voice that this race ends calmly. But at the same time, I really wouldn't
Realistically,
mind.
with how it's been going, I don't think it is.
Yep.
Oscar Mick had a bit of an awkward run through the first corner.
Mr. Boker, 3-second time penalty. Probably a good time to update the viewers on penalties. John's Fair with 6 seconds at the moment. Oscar Mick with none. This means he should keep the podium positions. It would be some disaster if he was to lose it. John's Fair goes through up into P2 again, but Oscar Mick won't worry about that. Actually, them turning each other along is actually putting them closer to AMS Fairleigh every single lap. So Oscar Mick just needs to be patient, go along with this battle, because yeah. Oh, look at Ruben Adams. That's a big send into Bruxelles. He gets a little bit out of shape as he tries to overtake Mr. Boker. JB13 Immortal with a penalty now as well. I think that might be another one. He's up to 6 seconds now as well. If you're getting penalties in this race, chances are you're getting more than one. That seems to be the case at the moment. Very costly 6 seconds worth of time penalties for some drivers at the moment. And I have to say, the gap is really closing between Fairleigh and John's Fair. PSR Gorgon as well. I think he's now on six. No, that's his first. He's on now 3 seconds penalties. Yellow flag in sector 2. And is it the championship leader? It is. It's gone from bad to worse for Bolero Fox. He went the first 6 races, scoring points in every race. Hungary, no points. And I think in Belgium, it's going to be no points again.
Yeah.
Fastest lap.
Fair play to him.
Now this is getting tense.
Very quick. Oh, very quickly. Sorry about that voice crack. Very quickly. Max doing a very solid job. Just sort of drip feeding his way up the grid. He's got a big gaggle of cars ahead of him. As I believe
Mr. Boker
Heaven's just spun.
Mr. Boker is around at the top of Radion. Awkward place to spin. Not sure how that's happened. Dangerous place to spin, sadly. But that actually promotes PSR Mac up 1. So your drip feeding analogy. Yeah, fair enough. It's pretty spot on. But yeah, PSR Mac is not going to walk away today with nothing. It's like the Chase charity show on ITV on a Saturday night at 7:30.
Oh. Hold on, with a decaf and a couple of digestives, let's get this right. and your mum shouting out the answers, and your dad getting annoyed at your mum for shouting too loudly. Oh, I've had it all before. That's just growing up British, though, isn't it? It is.
Yeah, you're spot on.
I think what else? To be honest, I think I'm more of like a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire kind of man rather than like the chase. Yeah.
Decent. How has this gone from shouting about people spinning in a virtual video game to discussing what game show is the best? I'm all for it.
Yeah. I think,
lap 19.
I'm just trying to think. Tipping Point's good. It reminds me of like the 2p slot machines at like the really bad seaside arcades, in which like if you get like 1,000 tickets, you might get a packet of Haribo if you're lucky.
Twitch chat, if you're British, because I won't understand many other game shows. Best game show. Oh, is Oscar Mick going to make a move here? No, he's not. While we're talking about game shows, there is still action on the track. JB13 Immortal not able to get past V2 Combat there. I think everyone's just waiting for the dying moments in this race as well. FRT Heaven drifting his way into the pit lane, smashing the polystyrene 80 km/h board as well in the process. As we wait patiently, anxiously for this potential conclusion of the race, with John's Fair almost within DRS range now. He's hovering at about a second, with Oscar Mick 6 tenths behind as well. He's ready to pounce. He's sitting net P2, the pole sitter. And PSR Gorgon with another penalty there as well, but he sits 14th, 20 seconds off Bellerofox.
Yeah, to be fair, going back to sort of like the penalties, it's been very clean from everybody so far today. As Seed makes a move on Evan. Yeah, it's been relatively clean. As I believe it's that Heaven spun round up at the top of Radion. Yes, it is.
We have a pointless fan in the chat. Swinners is more of a pointless fan.
Oh no, you wrong 'un. Like, come on.
Pointless comment, to be fair.
It's a pointless TV show.
Oh, Oscar Mick! He's got his braking all wrong.
Oh.
And Jones Fair has been hit by him. Oscar Mick without a lot of his front wing.
What on earth? Okay.
What on earth indeed?
Well, I think Fairley actually has a shot of winning this. You know, we've sort of been saying that the inevitable has been him losing him losing the lead of the race. At the moment,
yeah,
I think he might keep the lead of this race. Combat moves himself up into P2. Has Joran got damage? I don't think he does. But I didn't see what happened. I didn't see what happened. What actually happened?
I don't know. I only caught it late, but it was either Joran braking early or Oscar braking too late. One of the two. And, well, boom. Oscar Mick, yeah, it's pretty much game over for him.
I swear nobody wants...
PSR Mac up to 8.
It seems like nobody wants to be near the front. It's just bad luck comes their way. What are the chances?
Ruben Adams.
Oh.
Going off there. Now he's under pressure from TRT Seed. And JB13 Immortal loose off the exit as well. So through goes TRT Evan, we can see up there. Here comes Ruben Adams as well. Look at the overspeed he's got. He's using all of his battery deployment to try and get through here. Interesting penalty situation going on as around the outside goes Ruben Adams at the penultimate corner. That is some move. He's pulled that off exceptionally, and up to P5 goes Ruben Adams. TRT Seed and PSR Mac, both without penalties, are going to gain maybe 2 or 3 positions from this as Immortal runs wide. He's really struggling now. Something's happened to him. His momentum has gone, and up to P6 goes TRT Seed. Let's go back to the front though, because I think Jones Fair has actually got away unscathed, although he does have 9 seconds of penalties to his name. Here he comes on V2 Combat. V2 Combat looking set here for his first podium finish of the season. AMS Fairley looking set with just 1.5 laps to go for back-to-back race wins, and I think he's going to be really, really close to the championship lead as well. He has announced himself with just 2 races here as a championship contender.
It's certainly been eventful, but you know, I think do you know what? I do think Fairley actually could win this on track. Wait, hold on, let me check. Where did he started P11? He started P11 and he genuinely has a shot to win this. He's been on these tyres since lap 10. Lap 10. He's had 3 warnings, so I think maybe 2 of them would have been contact, or 1 of them at least would have been contact. Somebody's been quite quiet so far. Mac, he's up into P7. You know, speaking about, you know, drip feeding yourself up the order, he's there.
He's net 5th, so he's only going to be 4 points behind Bellerofox, but of course I think perhaps MS Fairley here on the final lap may well split the 2 Hasses in this championship fight, and I was not expecting to say that after the dominance that PSR Mac, Bellerofox and Bad F1 Opinion had in this race for such a long time, and it came all crashing down as Bad F1 Opinion and Bellerofox made contact at turn 5 and Lake On, and then later that very same lap PSR Mac goes and spins on his own.
Combat Stein Joran.
V2 Combat has got it on track. AMS Fairley is surely right on the edge with these tyres. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is not over with V2 Combat closing in at a rapid pace.
Look at how slowly he's going.
He's
trundling.
crawling.
He's going at a snail's pace. You know, sort of
Combat
linking
runs
in
wide.
with recent trends. Snail's pace. See what I did there? Haha, funny. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, I do genuinely. This is going to go down to the wire.
This will
I
go
think
to the bus stop chicane.
that is for certain. These tyres have got to be screaming. They're about 13 laps old. There's a yellow sector 2. I believe it's Immortal.
Maybe he's got a puncture. I'm just going to have a quick look. He does!
Oh.
Immortal has a puncture. So AMS Fairley, that is the context. That is how little rubber he's working with here as V2 Combat. Is he going to go from 19th to P1? As here he goes! Surely not. AMS Fairley is around the final corner in front and he wins. Back-to-back ABS races, AMS Fairley wins the Belgian Grand Prix ahead of V2 Combat from P19. That is some soft tyre miracle genius whatever. That is incredible. And TRT Evan on the podium as well ahead with Seed and Mac, not by much. Joran being demoted to P6 there with his 9 seconds of time penalties. Bad F1 opinion will get a point.
I have no words. I am. Wow. Oscar Mick takes the fastest lap point. Unfortunately, it won't matter because he did the fastest lap in P11. I am. Wow. I think that was. Oh, I don't want to say genius, but it was definitely something close to it. Yeah, no words. Absolutely no words. There's no words, but there's so many emotions. You know, that was such a tight race from start to finish. You know, it's so. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what to say. AMS Fairley immediately in the tier 1 chat saying my tyres were shot there. I cannot wait to talk to him. Which is what we're going to do now. Incredible scenes. Is it incredible? It's up for debate because arguably it's a bit of a pity that we couldn't have the battle that we deserved there towards those dominant, or with those dominant top 3, sorry. But what a conclusion in terms of if you're a neutral watching this. Great to be able to cover this once again. I mean, wow. Let's get the top 3 in the party. Fairley, Combat and Evan. V2 Combat picking up his first podium of the season. That's now point scoring finishes in his last 5 races. And he's now shooting himself up the championship with that as well. He was P8 going into this. And you know, the championship is on the table still for everyone.
Yeah.
The championship leader scored nothing, but he stays in the championship lead. Ridiculous scenes. They joined. I did invite all 3 of them, so maybe we'll just give them a moment. If not, I'll try to bring you some reaction from the chat. There's definitely a few clips for Twitter on there.
I think there's more than a few. It's just been
several.
Yeah. I now need to check my. Okay, cool. I needed to check if comms were sorted for TRL. Thankfully they were. But we'll cut back to what was the race just gone. I don't know about you, that was so much fun to commentate. The whole of the top 5 qualified outside the top 10. There's a fun little statistic for you to get your hands around. That's actually really interesting. The whole of the top 5 qualified outside the top 10. With Fairley and Mac both being the only ones to do it on one set or one pit stop. I said all I needed to say, so I'll hand it over to you to sign out.
Yeah, I have invited the three for a second time. Not Venom. Evan can't join. So yeah, I'll give it a couple of moments, but yeah, just on the race. Wow. I don't really know what to say. That's kind of taken the voice out of me a little bit, but I don't mind. That's what I'm here for, to shout at virtual cars. Um, AMS Fairley has done something no driver has managed since the departed FRA LMG, like I said, and yeah, he deserves it. That was some call to go on the softs. He was driving on literal pancakes at the end of that race. V2 Combat, P2, deserves that himself. Clean and well-driven race from him. TRT Evan as well, up on the podium for his first podium finish of the season as well. TRT seeds so close to a podium finish, but a well-deserved P4. The top 5 all started outside the top 10. That is some stat in itself. But I have to say, probably round that off here, to be honest, because it just seems like we're not going to get any interviews today, which is a pity, but that can happen sometimes. Just got to fill in that couple of extra minutes of time, I suppose. But again, thank you again, Alfie. Great company once again. Great work from you.
It's been a pleasure.
And absolutely, thank you so much for that. Thank you to the viewers as well that tuned in. As always, brilliant. That's where we're going to leave it. Of course, we've got Tier 2 tomorrow, Tier 3 on Sunday, and then Tier 4, which I may well be racing in. Making a return in the from scratch, to be honest, from Tier 4, but I'm looking forward to it. I've wanted to maybe edge myself back in to racing, and Tier 4 needs a few extra drivers, a few extra recruitment, so I was just happy to fill in because ABS offering me, of course, this commentary opportunity, and of course, I've got to kind of repay that, and I'm perfectly happy to be a driver, so that's fine. I'm hoping that that tier is fun and competitive for me to take part in, but yeah, enough of me, enough of us as well, but thank you everyone so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Goodbye.